This video demonstrates on all arthroscopic proximal biceps tendon tenodesis. We can perform this at the level of the groove or below the level of the groove. Here we've exposed our diseased biceps tendon. This allows us to whip stitch the tendon. We work at the proximal aspect, in this case utilizing a standard arthrex labral scorpion. We work superiorly to inferiorly, then inferiorly to superiorly, creating a whip stitch pattern that gives us optimum grasp of the tendon. We'll debride our necrotic tendon, our diseased tendon, after release from the biceps labral complex deep. This allows us to fully mobilize the tendon and insert it into its socket, but we only do this after we whip stitch the tendon to allow it to remain in situ and not retract into the arm while we're whip stitching. Here we're placing our socket under direct visualization. We seat it to appropriate depth. Go ahead and vacuum out our debris. Allow us to clearly visualize our socket, and then utilizing the arthrex bicep swivel lock device, we've introduced our tendon into the pre-drilled socket. The suture that's loaded through the anchor is the same one with which we have whip stitched the tendon. And then we go ahead and advance our screw to depth. By having the tendon whip stitch allows us to pull good tension on the tendon and ensure that we're seated appropriately at depth of the socket itself before advancing our screw. And we want to make sure that we advance our screw all the way to cortical bone to give us good purchase. So now we've got our tendon sunk all the way to depth. The suture tails that we had whip stitched through the tendon, we can now tie to the suture tails that run through the bicep swivel lock itself, backing up our fixation and completing our arthroscopic proximal biceps tendon tenodesis.